Fernando.
Francisco, what's up, Cisco,
baby?
my boy?
Let's
you know,
go.
I asked you at the junket. It was kind of funny. You laughed hard. How'd you get this gig? And you got this gig, and you've been kicking ass at your gig.
You want to know how I got it? So I was outside right here. We're in this building, Lionsgate building. I was walking. I had a raspado.
Wait, you said Slurpee, now it's a raspado.
No. It was a raspado,
Okay,
dog.
okay.
It looked like a Slurpee, but I said it on that time because there was a lot of white people that day, so they wouldn't know what a raspado is. You know what I mean? So I said Slurpee. No, it wasn't. No, it was from it was a raspado, and I was just minding my business. I'm like, oh, Lionsgate, and I just started looking, and I'm just looking. You see the Lionsgate in the front? So that's what I was looking at.
Is this a true story?
It's a true story. So I'm down there just eating my raspado, and I'm thinking to myself, damn, I should have got some churros. You know, they sell churros, right, with the hot sauce. And then they come outside. Hey, they thought I was an Uber driver, right? And I'm like, no, I'm walking.
No, you're Lyft.
No, not even, dog. I was eating my raspado, dog. I was going back to my car. And then, hey, you look like a handsome Latino. What do you do for a living? And I'm like, dude, I walk, I work with kids, this and that. Next thing you know, they're like, can we bring you in? I thought it was kind of weird. I was a little hesitant, you know, like, what do you mean bring me in? Bring me in where? Well, with everything going on right now, I don't know.
Yeah, you are good looking.
I thought it was a trap, you know. I was like, hold on. I start walking with my ID like this. I had it in my front. Hey. So then I get inside, they start talking to me about the process. Next thing you know, I got a job. They're like, you want to be an executive producer? I'm like, I didn't know what an executive producer is. It sounded, do I need a tie? Like this one right here. And they basically said no. They showed me this movie, Diablo, Scott Adkins, Alana, and I liked it. And they're like, they kind of talked me into it.
Well, good job with that. You know, you're at the right place at the right time.
That's a lot of the times that's what happens.
You have the right face and the right look and the right raspado.
It was a blue one. It was a blue one.
El azul.
El azul, yeah.
But can I also say I've seen your videos and they have so much beautiful energy. You give people hope. You already had a vision that you were already going to be here.
Really, to be 100% honest with you, no, I did not. I really did not. Look, I will tell you this. I got into content creating when I was in my 30s. Before that, I worked at the Greek Theater, Bank of America, Sears, the Music Center. I was born in Mexico. I became a U.S. citizen when I was in my 20s. And that's what I thought I would. I worked for the Sheriff's Department. Right, I worked for the Department of Mental Health. I started working with kids that were in the foster care system, and I love working with kids. I started creating content during the pandemic, and really just kind of being bored, right? Like, it's a pandemic, everything is shut down. I was driving for Lyft, so Fernando has that right. I was driving for Lyft at that time. We're trying to have a child. It's not happening. We're 2 years in, and we get blessed. And she's pregnant at the time. My wife at that time, the pandemic happens. If you remember, people didn't know how it was going to affect pregnant women, right? Like getting vaccinated, or if you caught it. You know, this is right in the beginning. So we just kind of started doing videos really out of just boredom. And then TikTok started to pay. So my wife tells me, you can't drive because what if you catch it? You're driving people around. What if you catch it, and so on? So I stopped driving, and I still have my regular 9-to-5 job. And really, when TikTok started paying, it was out of like desperation. I just needed a little extra money. So I figured, well, if we could do a few videos, we were getting like $100, $200. I'm like, that'll replace my driving money, right? And that's really how that happened. And then we did a tortilla video. That was the first video we did. So the first video, let me tell you, what's your name? Michelle. So we do this tortilla video. We put the camera in front of the stove, and I go to the tortilla, and I look, and my wife has a comal, and I'm like, this is the first video that like blew it up for us.
Gosh,
I'm telling you,
watch it.
You have to watch it. 25 million views. This video.
25 million?
It changed our lives. That's why I'm here, really. That's what started it. So she has the tortilla and the comal. How do you cook a tortilla? You look Latina.
Yes, but I'm like a gringa.
Okay, so you cook. So she cooks it. So she cooks it in the comal. But my mom cooks it on the flame, right? So my mom would flip the tortilla right on the flame, right? So I stop, and it's all scripted, right? And I'm like, what are you doing? That's not how you cook a tortilla. And then I tell her like, no, you got to do it in the flame. And she's like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to burn my finger. You do it. And we're just going back and forth. No, you do it. You do it. You do it.
So this is real.
So this is like going down in front of the camera. We're recording it. And we're just going back and forth. And we post this video. It ultimately gets 25 million views. And that's really what started when I noticed that I'm like, look, people love this interracial relationship. My wife, Middle Eastern, right? I'm Mexican as could be. She's right there. That's my wife right there. Come on, Agora. Get over here, girl. Get over here. I'm sorry, Tina.
This beauty on camera.
So, yes. So, I'm telling you about the tortilla video. She was asking, right? And so we do this video. It gets 25 million views. And then we're like, you know what? Like, this is obviously what people want to see. Interracial, right? Like Hispanic, you know, you're not Mexican, Middle Eastern, right? And so on. And we post this video, and then we just kind of figure that's what clicked. We got to keep doing this. This is what they like. So then we just continue doing the differences between a like interracial couple relationship type of videos. And we just got better at it, you know, then we sprinkled more to it.
It was all things that actually happened in our life.
Yeah.
Because it was authentic. That's why people loved it.
Exactly. So we just recreated like what's actually happened between both of us.
She used to get mad because sometimes we'll be arguing about something. I'm like, dude, that's a good video.
Yeah,
and she's like, I'm being serious right now.
Yes,
I'm being serious right now. Don't talk to me about it. So then, but yeah, so a lot of the videos do have like some sort of like inspiration to things that we've gone through, you know, in our personal life sometimes.
Yes.
And some videos not, you know, some videos we just come up with them.
I love it. How proud are you of him?
Oh, extremely, dude. I tell him every day, like, I don't think he understands like how inspirational he actually is. He grew up in a very like poor household, and I know he doesn't talk about it because obviously who does want to talk about that? So poor Hispanic household, and he's just breaking the ceilings for, you know, other Hispanics, you know, and it's just groundbreaking, and I just want him to continue doing that and, you know, just set the foundation for other people to keep striving, and other people can get here. It's not just him, you know, there's so many people that can get here.
And it doesn't matter where you came from, as long as you have support.
Exactly.
Yeah, so she's obviously talking nice about, you know, me and what I've done, but the reality of it is this doesn't happen without her. You know, like if I was doing the videos by myself, they wouldn't get the views that they get. It just wouldn't happen, really. Like, she's typically behind the camera for the most part in our videos, but really, she's really the boat. That's, you know, that's, so I'm just kind of in there,
What
like,
a smart man,
swinging.
what a good man, what a beautiful couple.
You know, she gave me two beautiful children, and I do it for her. I do it for my family. Really, I'm just kind of selling the, you know, the big white thing in the boat, like, this way. She's really the foundation. She's the backbone. And I tell her all the time, and a lot of the times she doesn't get the recognition because she's not in front of the camera. It's really her boys that's in the camera. But really, we're not here without her. And that's like the truth.
Thank you. Team. It's a team. We are foundation.
Yeah.
We go together.
Thank you so much. I mean, inspiration, dream team. Michelle Claire with FabTV, thank you for joining us.